It is finally time to see what the student of the GOAT can do. And it only took Kishimoto about 250 episodes to get her a real fight. I'm sorry, but do not count. And what better way to do it than giving the student of an old lady another old lady as a partner. So Sakura take that Tiana Trump GOAT, making Chiyo be like, hold on sis, I got this. As she walks up before reaching in her sleeves, pulling out a string of kunai like it's some dang Christmas lights. Then loading them up and blasting at Sasori, making him have to block with his tail. But she do some Chiefs level devil magic, making the kunai still slice up his cloak. And even after seeing that, Sakura is still back here feeling that pressure. And I do not blame her, cause the Akatsuki had so much aura at first. Especially when the first one we saw was Itachi. Ooh! I would say they set the standards too high for that one, but the first time we see Madara and Pain was also tough as hell. Before we go back to see this man down on all fours and with a whole devil mask on his back and a whole tongue looking like it's coming out of bro's butt on some Kevin Gates level of freaky timing. As Chiyo explains that this creature is actually a puppet, making me take a sigh of relief cause I ain't think it was no way for somebody to be that ugly. Besides Kisame. But anyway, she keeps dropping lore telling us every attack this man used got poison in it. Which is so weak, by the way. I for real cannot stand when people just use poison 24/7. That's like the ultimate get out of jail free card for anime, bro. If you want to make an OP villain, but you don't know what abilities you want to give them, they just give them poison. And now all of a sudden they the strongest in the verse. That junk annoying. No bad work at all, just straight plot. But then she let Sakura know she gotta dodge everything. But like I said earlier, she got trained by the GOAT, so I'm not worried. And so then, Chiyo starts taking her hair down and shaking that jump back and forth like she a dreadhead before Sakura pulls out a kunai, readying up that ultimate attack. And they both take turns rushing in as Sasori yanks his mask off like he Future, revealing this nasty nutcracker mouth that he starts spamming needles out of. But this girl Sakura and Chiyo are moving, dodging them all. Like they really got this old lady out here moving like Ali. This is crazy. Before he finally run out of ammo, leaving them both just standing there posing without a scratch on them. Like, okay, I guess it's gonna be better than I thought. Before he start poking out some cow udders looking junk, making them both lock in. As he blasts a couple off, they go flying in, shooting these rods out that again have needles. But the crazy thing is, they both still weave out of there, dodging them with their eyes closed. Chiyo in here just vibing like she listening to some classical music before the camera back out, and we see Sakura back there going crazy, moving like she breakdancing, until this man runs out of ammo again. And this guy Sasori is shook. He like, ain't no way this 16-year-old girl out here weaving my shit. Before we see her run in, going straight at him, with Chiyo just standing in the back watching, looking like Darvin Ham watching the Nuggets go on a 50-14 run. But as Sakura's running, we see Sasori looking like this. And in my personal opinion, I am not letting no teenage girl go nowhere close to him. He do not look like somebody I can trust. But she is a throwing kunai to get blocked as he goes in with his tail till we see him just stop right in front of each other. Even though she should have definitely got that Hidan treatment before we see her caught back a punch and smash this man, shattering the whole puppet, sending his head rolling. So instead, he was the one that got the Hidan treatment before we see something jump away from her just to stand in the back thinking he mysterious trying to aura farm. But buddy, you are not Sasuke. Before he started looking at his hand like, dang, did I fall off? Until we see the Hiroko puppet start tweaking before flying into the sky thinking he pain. So they flip over and start spamming more needles, making Chiyo lock in and start spazzing with Sakura. Like, look how she got her bending. Before it just falls to the ground, breaking, as we go back to focusing on Sasori, who finally takes off his cloak, revealing the grandson of Lady Chiyo herself. And not gonna lie, but the old lady is shocked because bro look about 16 when he's supposed to be pushing 40 right now. So what's going on? As you see him spawn in a scroll and opening it up, revealing the number 3 as the summon starts, and we see it's a puppet of the third Kazekage, who Chiyo says was the strongest one they had. So unless they had some kind of Boruto level power cliffing, this is not looking good for him. So of course, after a yap session, Sasori just so happens to bring up Orochimaru, making Sakura think about Sasuke. And so after thinking about her man, that's not really her man, but at the same time is her man, she locks in as Sasori sends in the Kazekage. And after all that talking tough, Sakura already looks scared. Guess we got ourselves another fake demon, folks. So Chiyo ends up yanking her trash ass out of there as the puppet pull out these crazy looking blades covered in poison that somehow Chiyo is able to block with the Hiroko tail that he still just breaks through. And that's already like the third time Sakura was this close to getting clapped. This looking like a LeBron level carry job from Granny Chiyo. As we go back to the puppet, opening up sections on his arm and just mad hands coming through like a damn portal from hell. They probably saw Chiyo old ass and thought she was supposed to be down there with him. And they go right at Sakura, who just standing there like she had a normal puppet show. Like, bitch, I'm gonna need you to lock in. You making my goat look bad. But instead, it just looked like she gets swallowed up by the hands, ending her Mickey run halfway through the first arc of the show. Except, even with all these hands in this one confined space, she somehow was able to contort her body, dodging the hands like how Sasuke was dodging child support. Before we see Chiyo yank her ass back again, just for bro to start pumping out gas like he just ate some 2-day-old Taco Bell, completely surrounded Sakura as Chiyo just decides to not keep pulling her back. Like at this point, they might be setting my dog up. And I understand, I know that's your grandson, but still like, it's a puppet, bro, just make a new one. And then she got the nerve to start screaming like she really give a f. Before we go in, to of course, hear her say that she didn't breathe any of it in. Shocker. Before Chiyo finally try to pull her out, but instead, Sasori shoots out some rope that goes in and ties her up, leaving her just marinating in the poison like they finna throw her on the grill. Until we see her start digging in her bag, no Kairi, as he finally start running out of poison. So I guess he might actually make it out of this one. Except, this man brings out another clip going right back to blasting, making Chiyo go rushing in on some Thanos I'll do it myself type shit before Sakura brings out a paper bomb. Guess she decided to go the Datara route. Kinda dumb, but I can respect it. As the explosion goes off and we see Sakura go flying back with the ropes around her snapping, as she flies right into the hands of Granny Chiyo, who low-key need to get her ass in the lead. Cause watching that, man, Chiyo definitely better than some of these cats I've been watching on Lead Pass today. Shit lightweight hilarious. As she just sit there holding a cooked Sakura till she says that she ain't even breathing before bending her over and giving her a pat on the back like she burping a baby, instantly waking her up, making her start fighting for her life. Before eventually, she started looking up at Sasori, who's just looking mad uninterested. Like me, whenever I see 1010 on screen, I already know they just about to waste my time. Damn. Before she started yelling that she will get him, sounding like Neville from iCarly. You will rue this day, Faye says, as she very slowly starts standing up before continuing this yap session. And honestly, I was messing with the dog at first, till I found out that she was only doing this to learn about Sasuke. That made this moment lose about all of its aura for me. I thought she was finna get back just for pure revenge. But Sasori just raises his hand and fires off some kunai straight at her, and just look at the face. More fake demon activities. I swear I can't stand those kind of people. But of course, we see she got saved again to nobody's surprise by these two completely irrelevant puppets that actually turned out to be none other than his very own father and mother, the first puppets he ever made. Once again, another banger plot point from Kishimoto. Bro really is a generational talent. But the puppets put their hands together and somehow bring out some wire before they go flying in, as a Kazekage pulls back all of his arms and then sending them at the parents that they cut right through, flying up, slicing them all like a Corey Kenshin light button, making the Kazekage separate before bringing out this crazy blade, making the parents pull out these two random ass spirit weapons thinking they Itachi, as they clash blade with sword, and whatever this is gets sliced up before they both take turns going at this damn super saw, doing 0 damage, making the animators put this junk on ×10 speed as Sasori and Chiyo start moving, because they got these puppets up here going Eddie. Got me sitting back watching like, cause I'm feeling like Shaq right now. I was not familiar with your game. But they both just keep going, with Chiyo showing off her LeBron level stamina until they each bring back their puppets, cause one by one we see that every weapon they had is cooked. Them boys just really up there going crazy, till Sasori says it's time to level up, as we start seeing iron sand come out of the Kazekage puppet's mouth, leaving Chiyo shook. So shook in fact that she for real just tells Sakura to dip and that she'll handle bro herself. But the way she been hanging, I don't even doubt her for real, as she proceeds to even call her useless. Damn. Before Sasori started loading up hella sand bullets, blasting them off, making Chiyo have to save Sakura again, as these things start destroying the ground. Like bro, ain't no way she survives this. Until we see she ended up using the puppet that somehow, some way can make a chakra shield. I still don't really understand how these puppets logically work, bro. I miss when Naruto was just about ninjas. But we go back to find out some iron sand is inside the dad puppet, making it, in the words of Sasori, just like Sakura, useless. Before he started picking up the sand that he's already used and making spikes in the air above him like a dang Fortnite trap, before he sends them both down at the same time, making them boom into the ground, ending the fight, just like that. Right. Of course not, because Chiyo used another chakra shield, saving Sakura while also making another one for her with her puppet arm, which is a psychopathic tendency if I ever saw one. Taking off your own arm just to be a puppet? I promise it is not that deep. And now even her arm is jammed, like she wasn't going through enough with the arthritis she already had, until she just drops that bit off like SpongeBob, letting Sasori bring out even more sand, making the puppet wings and these fat shapes, like he finna beat him with a triangle like a damn geometry teacher. And her old ass can't believe it either, looking straight flabbergasted, leaving her no choice but to remind Sakura again that she is not built for this and telling her to leave. But the student of the GOAT wasn't going for it, as she volunteers herself to be used as Chiyo's puppet, like they wasn't about doing that the whole time anyway. But since Chiyo got the Shanks treatment, now it's finna be tough. But Sakura got the will of the fifth, so in the words of Kendrick, we gon' be alright. And so then Chiyo connects to her and Sakura goes speeding in, followed by Chiyo, who yanks her out of the way of this crazy attack before she looks up to this fat block of sand falling down right on top of her. Except we see her go bouncing back before just rushing right back in and charging a mean punch and blasting it right back to Sasori. Probably got him terrified until he jumps to the wall thinking he's Spider-Man. But this girl Sakura is hyped because she gets to finally beat some ass.